The Kenya Devolution, a civil society organizations working group, has strongly opposed the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2025, citing concerns about the separation of powers, devolution, resource distribution, and legal compliance. The lobby groups have urged the National Assembly to halt the amendment process, advocating for the prioritization of legislation that regulates referendums instead. Our reporter, Dolly Mwirigi Mbuvi, with more on this.
The Kenya Devolution Civil Society Organizations Working Group has strongly opposed the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2025, which seeks to entrench the National Government Constituencies Fund, Senate Oversight Fund, and National Government Affirmation Action Fund into the Constitution.
That seeks to entrench NCDF.
The organization's working group argued that the bill violates the principle of separation of powers by involving legislators in executive functions, undermines devolution, and distorts equitable resource distribution.
These kind of funds, we see it as distorting the architecture of the Constitution by interfering with the oversight responsibility of members of parliament. Furthermore, constituency, as we know it, is a unit of representation. It's not a unit for service delivery. Service delivery has been established at the national level and at the county level. Counties have mechanisms of decentralizing service delivery up to the ward level, up to the village level. So we don't see any business members of parliament creating a fund to go and serve at the constituency level, which essentially is a unit of representation, as opposed to a unit of service delivery. So this is distortion and interfering with the ability of county governments to deliver effective services.
According to the organization, the Supreme Court had previously declared such funds unconstitutional, and the bill fails to address these legal shortcomings. However, they now want the National Assembly to halt the amendment process and prioritize legislation regulating referendums instead.
There is Equalization Fund created under Article 204 of the Constitution of Kenya, which is intended to address long-standing marginalization in some parts of this nation. It also addressed specific concerns with regards to access to water, road, health, and electricity services. Unfortunately, because of weak oversight by the National Assembly, the fund is yet to fully serve its purpose. There are pending allocations to the fund from the consolidated account. This fund, serving for 20 years from the date of its establishment, requires closer scrutiny for it to meet its purpose.
We are not opposed to CDF. We are not opposed to NGAF. We are not opposed to oversight by Senate. What we are saying is that all this money needs to be entrenched into an already working system. Let MPs do what they are supposed to do in parliament, because we have a gap there. The problems of this country actually zinatoka kwa hiyo nyumba ya MPs, because they are not actually doing what they are supposed to do. As Kenyans, if we give them another role, ya maneno ya CDF na NGAF, it means their main core of being elected will actually be, what do we call, diluted. We will never get value for what we elected them to.
Dolly Mwirigi Mbuvi for Hope TV.